Well, good afternoon. Delighted to be here. I'm Cheryl Marcel, the new CEO of the California chapter of PHCC. And I really enjoyed the contractor roundtable, Paul. I thought it was excellent. I really thought about a lot about technology and how that is changing the day-to-day businesses, and that the use of technology, GPS and dispatch, and in all forms, really is remarkable and probably is going to be changing the way we do business in the future.
Scott, what was your big takeaway?
I guess, Paul, what I really got is I got a sense that there's a lot of low-hanging fruit that contractors can take advantage of on the operational side. And part of this is to embrace technology. So they need to track and control their inventory, know where all their tools are. They need to have technology for their procurement, and they can dramatically improve their profitability. And part of this also is that the more the organization can drive the technology and responsibility throughout the entire organization, the more successful they will be.
Yeah, so this was a contractors roundtable on cost control. The other two roundtables are on revenue and recruiting. Recruiting is coming up next month, but this was all about how we control our costs in our organizations. My big takeaway was you can't manage what you don't measure. So I noticed that the contractors were very clear about having a range of metrics, a percentage of revenue for each cost item. And they really knew how to use their CRM, and they had people running spreadsheets. So they were very, very focused on numbers. One big takeaway also was what they couldn't control, and that's with the rising inflation and the distribution line disruptions. A big takeaway was get to know your suppliers a little bit better than before and see what kind of deals you can work out with them. And that was a big takeaway. Our next roundtable is coming up in March on recruiting. Before we end here, though, Cheryl, you're the new CEO, and we're delighted that, and our viewers here will be delighted to learn a little bit about you. You bring years of aviation experience. Tell us about where what you've done before and what your vision is for the chapter moving forward.
Yes, I had about 20 years of experience in airport management. So the staff that are at the airport, making sure everything's working properly, landlord, if you will, of the property. So I did that in Sacramento, at our International Association for Airports in Montreal, and also at San Jose International. But then most recently, I was the president and CEO of the California State Railroad Museum Foundation. So similar type work that what we're going to be doing here at PHCC in growing membership, in producing revenue, in events and conferences. So similar type work, but just in a different industry. So I'm a bit of an association expert. I've worked in a variety of industries, and I'm really delighted to join this association. I think my vision for the future is to continue to grow. I love the contractor roundtables. I love the networking that we can now do via Zoom. And I think that we're going to continue to grow in affiliates and in members. And really, I think too, increase our level of advocacy, right? We're the association that represents the plumbing, heating, and cooling contractors of California. And we need to have additional resources and additional proposals to meet and challenges to take on. So I'm excited about it.
Well said, and welcome, Cheryl. We're excited to be collaborating with you into the future, and everybody join us in March for the continuing series. Next one is on recruiting.